Well, look at this week alone, man. It was like brother Nazim, passed away from Philadelphia, and then Malik B from Philadelphia. That's just this week, So it felt like every time you go on the internet or wake up in the morning, you get a text from somebody saying someone you love died, or, the older you get, the more people you see. Right now, Biz Markie, that one of my idols, he's in the hospital. His loved ones, and my man Diamond J, was speaking with his wife, and she said that, he was that close to gone, So, but then he made a comeback and he's doing better. So, I don't know, what the update is. I don't know if Biz is going to make it. I pray, I hope to God. Biz is one of my favorite MCs of all time and favorite personalities and people. And, you don't want to lose Biz Markie, but that's part of life. Is what we were saying is loss. You lose your loved ones, and when I was making the album, we started off. Sean P had passed away, and Reggie Osei and Osei and Woods had passed away. That's Combat Jack, and it's just like and through Mary Jane Bub and a lot of the loved ones in our lives, just boom, 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 one after the other. So all my heroes are dead. It was a little bit not as I think Legends Never Die. I was coming out of a darkness, and then maybe All My Heroes Are Dead was going back into the darkness. I don't know. I don't know. It just when the title was said, I heard it, and then like a week later, I was like, that would be a good album title, not just a song title. That would be a dope album title. And to go after Legends Never Die, and it'll, have a little discussion and all that. Oh, meanwhile, Legends Never Die, I haven't heard the one that broke all the records last week either. They have another album called Legends Never Die that just came out from the kid who passed away. But ours was 2013, Legends Never Die. This one, and All My Heroes Are Dead was 2020, So. No, you know what happened? I was recording and I was making a whole bunch of dope songs, and the songs aren't even out. They're sitting on a not a tunes reel. I was going to say reel. They're sitting in Chris Conway's computer. He's my engineer, and he helps arrange my records and mix them. And I don't know. I had all these good records, and people were coming to the studio and thinking they were dope. Then in the album was almost done, and I was like, I hate this album. I was like, it's just dope songs. But I said, I like those two songs maybe. Yeah, keep those two songs. Let me start a couple others. And I started a couple others, and I was like, that blows away everything I did on that. Those other songs, come on. Then I did another. I was like, that one. And I was like, oh, that one. So, and everything I started doing started becoming better and better. So I was like, thank God we didn't put out that other album. Because if I put out that other album, people would have loved it. But I wouldn't have, The people would have been, oh, a great album, already the Rugged Man rapping really good and dope beats, but it didn't feel right. This one feels like when I'm gone and somebody pick up All My Heroes Is Dead, I could be, from the grave, I could be like, hey, bump that shit, I'm proud of that one, So, yeah. But, it took a lot of time and years and work because, the writing rhymes is the easy part, but it's producing the records. I really started getting into, live musicians and the instrumentation and just, certain songs. If there were stories, I wanted to score them like films, like the Angelic Boys song. We really orchestrated it, and really arranged it like a movie scene. And the opening to the album had the horn that my cousin's husband played, and then we ended the album with that horn. And then I had Mr. Fingers, who he's a dope. A lot of the Murder Inc. stuff was produced by him. He didn't get full credit on all of them, but he got production on some of them. But like he was doing like entire tracks that I guess they'd pay him, well, whatever. But Mr. Fingers, he came in on the pianos and he was just killing it. And Chank, and I just had a lot of in-house. Joker would come in, say, I got some dope drums. I said, yo, could this thing use a hi-hat or something to make it cleaner or hit harder? And the Joker would come in and go like, yeah, that's dope, but you need that. So like Joker would come in and like beef a joint up here, and it like there was a lot of stuff like that. I had my boy Redeem. He lives out of the country, and he does he's a live touring musician, and he tours with like Smith & Wesson with his live band. And there was like 6 songs on the album where he came in and played horns, he played samples, like, you know, there would be songs that I thought were good, but he would come in and really like add extra music and drama and, you know, comedy or whatever it needed. So I had a lot of, you know, Reggie Sears was a guitar player on the Afterlife. He came in, he was in Florida. He was a child prodigy guitarist. I let him on stage and he rocked on stage with his guitar. So when I was finishing the album off, I said, you know what? Maybe it's corny, but let me hear what a guitar solo at the end of this record. Come on, some real, just go off with the guitar solo. End the album off with a guitar solo. And he did the guitar solo, sent it to me, and I placed it in properly. And I was like, yo, you know, that makes the record sound big. So there's a lot of that stuff that I was doing where if it needed, you know, so I really produced really deeply on this record. Where, you know, back in the day, it was more like, oh yeah, I don't care if you sampled that off a cassette tape that was eaten 50 times. It's crusty. Let's, you know, loop that up and add a kick and snare on it, maybe filter it for 10 seconds. And that was the beat, and you just rap, you know? So this one, I really tried to go, it was more a musical project for me. Well, it was lyrical too, but I mean, I was really knee deep in the music side of it, you know?